Hello, welcome back to another game of Dota 2. We're gonna watch another elimination match. We just saw neXtPlease Gaming taking on 4FC and beating them in the end, and that's why they are here. They are here to try and beat 0Respect, who are on the dire side for this game, I believe. No. Okay, swap it again. Okay, so we're gonna see another best of one. So far, all the best of ones in this tournament have been quite good. And I'm hoping for the same thing again. Of course, without further ado, let's also welcome in my co-caster, Vickermont. Welcome back.
Good to be back, Shiver. 0Respect has definitely brought us some exciting games so far in the tournament. I mean, they're a great team. neXtPlease has definitely overperformed relative to what people expected. They've had some surprising games in them. We'll see what they have against Frenchie Stack.
Frenchie Stack, indeed, because Funzy is there as well as well, the people that I like from Baguette, a couple from former Baguette. 0Respect, like Hugo used to be in Baguette. Wiz, I believe, as well. One thing that I'm mostly curious about is what Joral's gonna play, because so far we've mostly seen him play Marana, like almost nothing else. And Marana, again, neXtPlease Gaming, they have really done their homework. Like I love that from a newcoming team. Just take the game seriously. Give it their all and know who they are up against. Banning out Marana, one of the first heroes, it's just so solid.
Yep. First ban Marana against 0Respect is incredibly smart. I've been saying that more teams should do it, and they're the team that practices the most with Marana. Almost all their games have it, and so just that one ban means that they have to do something different, and you see something different coming out from them. Treant Protector.
I'm not quite sure yet what my opinion about that is. I mean, he does kind of advocate a bit more passive games, if you will. This draft's going pretty fast, by the way. It's hard to keep up. But they pick it up together with a Visage. So it's not like Visage normally I consider a fairly aggressive support. So I'm not quite sure yet what their plan is with it. What do you expect from their draft? Like, obviously they've now selected their two supports, so can only go for course from here on out.
Obviously, you say, I don't know, could be offlane Tree.
Yeah, but that could be, I guess.
Tree can solo. He can solo safe against something too. It's not the worst. You can rush Mechanism Blink and stuff like that.
True.
It's really not. The hero's not trash given a little bit of farm. Obviously, he's not going to carry, so you can't like let the game run on too long. But if you want to win it like 20 minutes, you could definitely give Tree a solo lane if he doesn't get trashed and just farm him up a little bit of a Blink mech type situation. So no, I don't think it's. They could do like mass necro strat or something, get a Pugna, that sort of thing.
10 seconds remaining.
There's a lot of places that they can go with this. I don't think the Treant actually telegraphs that much. The one thing I don't like about the Treant, and why I hope that this isn't necessarily their two supports, is Treant has a lot of difficulty generating the soul assumption stacks for Visage to actually use to get big soul assumptions.
Leech Seed, isn't that?
Yeah. Leech Seed is good, and it keeps people in range for his auto attack, which actually does more damage than Leech Seed. If Leech Seed goes for its full duration at level 1, it's still like 10 more damage than one Treant auto attack.
Oh, the most I like Leech Seed. I like it most like in an aggressive trialing, for example, that it you can stand there tanking creeps because you will get healed by the Leech Seed, and the slow that Visage gives is of course one thing that is gonna allow Nature's Prophet or Treant Protector to hit a lot as well.
Goodness.
And oh my goodness, indeed, that is a Tusk pickup, and
Tusky.
it is like, is this a core Tusk?
Yeah, definitely.
This is interesting.
So Tusk has a 0-2 record today.
Oh.
But the hero has potential. Some teams have definitely won with him. I think Alliance surprised a team by taking Tusk one time. Cool thing about Tusk is that 2 of his disables basically work through BKB. 1 straight up works through BKB. You can punch somebody while they're BKB'd and it'll still toss them up in the air. And I believe apply the slow as well. And, of course, Ice Shards works through BKB because it's not really a disable, but it will certainly still wrap around that player and force them to take a different route.
Exactly, which is very good against Luna.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. It's good against good anti-Luna tech. We'll see what the Tusk is able to make happen, but certainly they're like, oh, you banned Mirana, eh? we'll go to plan B.
Yeah.
Tusk Treant Protector.
I bet you weren't expecting that, did you? The one thing that I'm actually kind of worried for 0Respect in this case, though, is Nyx Assassin. If he is not the target of the ball, the snowball, and there's multiple people in that snowball, he is going to have the easiest time to set up for an impale.
Yeah, it's very true. They even spiked Carapace.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
And I mean, like, they're all lined up. What else would you wish for?
Radiant team ban.
Yep,
Especially if the
reverse
ice
bowling.
shards are there too. It's not going to be the easiest job in the world. Are you expecting Timbers? Like, is it going to be for neXtPlease? Is it going to be a solid like Rubik, Nyx Assassin support, Nyx Luna safe lane and all that?
Yeah, it seems like they just want to run a very similar composition to the one they ran last game and just make their way as close to the grade final as they can, just based on good solid play with normal lineups. So yeah, I don't expect anything too shocking from them.
But in that
unlike
case,
0Respect.
Yeah, because this is a Tusk off-lane, tri-lane, aggressive tri-lane with a tree and a Visage.
Man, I don't know.
I wouldn't be unhappy with that, to be honest.
I think that's not the greatest aggressive tri-lane. That would be safe lane and then just try to use the timing push. Sorry, the timing attack with Tusk, but honestly, I don't know. Elder Titan ban. Doom ban makes a lot of sense. It would really put a crimp in Timbersaw's plans.
Yeah. And I mean, if there is an aggressive tri-lane, which I'm kind of hoping that there will be an aggressive tri-lane from 0Respect, because otherwise they do the same thing as they did before, or the same thing as we saw 4FC do before. They're putting all their eggs in one basket. Well, if you go for an aggressive tri-lane and you get the safe lane, something like a Doom or Cling, so you get something to fall back on in terms of carry potential if the Tusk doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's a good point. You know what it's time for?
Oh god, no. Who?
Is
it the Huskar?
I won't say anything.
Were you gonna say the Huskar?
No, what does Huskar do with here?
I don't know, but he's one of the heroes that you've been advocating lately, so...
I actually don't think Huskar is that strong. There's just certain situations in which he's a very strong counter pick. Like, he's an extremely situational pick, but he's a relatively weak hero. But in the right situation, he can dominate. But this is not that situation.
Which situation?
Either of these teams would trivially kill a Tusk. Let's be super clear. A Huskar. Nobody pick Huskar,
which hero
please.
did you have in mind, then?
We'll see. Let's see what neXtPlease pick.
But then you can always say, oh, I had that one in mind.
Magnus? Alright. It's time for Bloodseeker. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's see Bloodseeker. Oh. So they've got a diving lineup, right? With the Tusk protected by the Treant Protector?
Yeah.
And they need fast damage so that Visage can get big soul assumptions.
A silence.
And they want to punish mobility, especially against Timbersaw, who's a very mobile character. Who does all of those things? Strigweir, the Bloodseeker, does all of those things.
I don't expect to see a Bloodseeker pick up, but the way you explain it, it actually sounds legit somehow. Which is surprising.
I know, dude.
It's surprising.
The amazing thing about Dota in 6.80 is that every single hero is actually pretty decent. Like, except for Broodmother, but she's not in CM. And Darkseer, but...
I was gonna say, you have quite some harsh words for the purple hero.
It's not even that I think that he's the worst, like he's better than Brood, but it's just that he's still somehow overrated, which is baffling. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They can pick whatever the hell they want. They can do an aggressive tri-lane and put anybody they want solo safe, and they'll probably be okay against Timber. Like, I mean, Timber crushes some things. They can't be like a Chaos Knight solo safe, but
what would you say about something like a Queen of Pain or something, like more mid-game?
Yeah. The Queen of Pain sounds good. Rush Orchid, try to punish Magnus a lot.
Yeah.
Well, even Puck solo safe would work okay here. I mean, land a big silence.
You were talking about you were talking about mobility and chasing potential and all that stuff. Queen of Pain would do that just fine as well, but it will be be Lone Druid, however. So it is some late game insurance policy, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, it is definitely. And Wiz is a very good Lone Druid player.
I'm really hoping that this then will be an aggressive tri lane, because otherwise I don't see the Lone Druid working out for them.
No, I don't either. I think that Rubik, Luna, Nyx Assassin will have no trouble stopping and killing a bear. Lift disables it for so long, and then you into the Nyx stun. Luna for the Lunar Blessing so everybody can whack it. The bear's not really going to survive. I think it's going to be solo safe. That's how they've played it. This is like the third or fourth time in the Yard Festival that 0Respect have pulled out this Lone Druid for Wiz, and it's every time it's been solo safe.
True, with them around on the offlane, you're right. One thing that I would actually like to see from neXtPlease right now is just to dodge the aggressive tri lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep, they definitely could.
Just go aggressive themselves.
Now Lone Druid should be okay, solo safe versus solo hard, but still. Quick disconnect.
Yep, waiting for
like that.
Magnus to reconnect back in.
I like this disciplined play from neXtPlease. It really is the mark of a team that wants to like be taken seriously and play solid games. Like a lot of the time, if you're a team that most think are weak or an underdog in a tournament, you hope to just try to win games with like really surprising drafts or like super all-in play. Like you want to sort of scum as many wins as you can. That's exactly not what neXtPlease are doing. They're like, hey, like we want to be taken seriously. Like we're gonna play solid lineups and just win by execution. And it's funny because the teams that you'd expect to be favored are the ones pulling out gimmicks to play against them.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Ricky pick, it's really great to see, and that's that's why I want to like. Okay, we were hipsters with promoting Power Rangers to the world, and it has succeeded because Power Rangers are now invited to every big tournament. It seems.
I know.
So we have to pick a new hipster team.
Right.
And we have a couple.
But you don't want to pick Wild Witch Doctors.
I have not cast Witch Doctors before.
Shiver.
But neXtPlease, they're doing so well. They're it's a shame we don't see them in more tournaments.
I'm not ready. I haven't seen them enough yet.
Okay, fair enough. We don't have to decide today. We're hipsters.
Okay.
We can decide later. Or decide whenever you want.
Yeah, we gotta go to some more of these garage underground Dota tournaments to figure out who to.
But
it's true.
It's so good.
I watch all the underground Dota tournaments, Shiva. I'm keeping an eye out.
You have like all the tickets, and I really want to know where you find
all
the time.
of the tickets except for 2.
Which 2? Which ones did you dodge?
I don't want to say. It's not nice. But there are 2 that I dodged, and they're both the same tournament.
Is it the? I have 2 that I want to suggest.
Even if you say, I'm not going to say whether it is or isn't. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Oh, I would suggest Natolic Pro League or.
I'm not going to answer that.
I know, or the Premier League, but it's like, you don't want to say. Damn! I will get it out of you later.
Anyway, I have all of the tickets. If
again.
anybody needs to watch some tournaments, you can try to add me on Steam. But I think my list is full.
Oh,
because they have that ticket sharing thing now.
Mr. Popular. This is true.
No, it's just I'm dumb.
That means you also got the awesome best courier in the world.
Yes, the Art Festival courier. It's awesome.
No, not that one.
Which one?
It's a recent ticket. It's the Korean Dota 2 League.
Talking about Blue Lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Lightning is pretty nice.
Legit courier. He's so awesome.
I think like everybody at Team Liquid just saw that patch and was like, God damn it.
No, someone else took the blue horse.
Exactly.
Maybe
we shouldn't have picked such a generic logo, or we should have been quicker about making our courier.
Probably the latter.
Yeah. Probably the latter. Anyway, Blue Lightning's pretty cool, but I like the Yard Festival, like illegitimate child of Naga Siren courier.
That one too. Yeah, it's nice. But I don't have the courier, and I already have the ticket from casting.
So. Because from casting, yeah. I actually think a lot of tournament couriers are really cool. Like the Octopus from G1 is actually pretty legit.
I have that one, actually.
It's fun. I like that courier.
It is.
Baiko obviously is incredibly cute. A lot of the Korean leagues have had good couriers, like the Gamma Bros. The Gamma Bros are incredibly funny.
Perhaps I should sell my Dende signature that I have, and then buy all the tickets from this point onward, and then just use TI2 money to boost the... TI3 money to boost the competitive scene.
So Next tried to go for the level 1 First Blood, but unfortunately they got spotted by the bear, and they didn't quite engage on it. I'm surprised that they obviously don't need to ward because they know that it's going to be a solo safe lone druid. So they've scouted this out, and as a result, they're actually, it looks like, just going to send the Magnus down anyway. Yeah. Or do something very unorthodox.
Oh, hey! Oh, I actually kind of like this if this is... Yeah, I'm not against this at all. I was expecting Magnus middle, Timbersaw offlane, bit generic, but this looks to be fun because Magnus does not have fun up against the TA, and I think this dual lane will be doing just fine. Let's take a look at who's playing what, because we do have, of course, an aggressive tri lane coming out from 0Respect. They've got Jarrell playing the Tusk, so he will be the farming hero right here. Hugo will play the Treant Protector with Creo on the Visage. In the middle lane, it will be Funzy playing the Templar Assassin as expected. And bottom is Wiz on his Lone Druid up against the dual lane. And I like neXtPlease's laning. I really do. Dodging that aggressive
That's
tri
very
lane, but
interesting.
not the normal dodge. But running their own.
Yeah. I mean, you did say that they should dodge the aggressive tri, and they've certainly done that. neXtPlease, it's going to be Illusionist in the middle as the Nyx Assassin and Red Light on the Luna. Red Light actually missing a lot of last hits because they're really carefully trying to zone Funzy out and ruin his day. He's actually completely out of mana, but he's pretty close to the money for his bottle, and they're turning it around with the Grave Chill.
Yeah.
Can't get the kill, but he has bottle money now, so it's going to be much harder to keep him starved of mana with this mana burn. But anyway, that's the mid, and the top it's going to be Synergy on the Timbersaw against, it looks like right now, Jaral solo on the Tusk. And then it is in the bottom lane, a dual lane between Keanu on the Magnus and Rastvi on the Rubik.
Yeah, quick reactions from 0Respect. Of course, there's no use going for an aggressive try to try and shut your opponent carry down if your opponent carry is not there. So we now have a dual lane for 0Respect as well as a dual lane bottom. So they kind of are forced to run the same numbers like neXtKZ 2-2-1 basically. Although Illusionist is looking to make it a 2 or 1-1-3 rather because he is sitting right there. Oh no, he's gonna get scouted out.
He was just hiding. Yeah, I actually thought Lone Druid almost was gonna see him, but he's safe for now. The problem with this is the dual lane mid failed completely, I would say. Funzy not only lived, but is 10 for 2, whereas Luna's only 4 for 3. So this was not successful and has cost Luna levels. Not good.
Not good at all. But on the same side, I mean, it's good for 0Respect. They've got 10 for 2 for this Funzy, and yeah, so far so good. In the meantime, there is a bit of a skirmish here in the jungle, perhaps, as a leech sheet comes out for Rubik. Oh, Hugo, you're gonna pay for that one. The Skewer's there as well. The leech sheet, it's not enough! It's not enough to keep him up enough for getting the first blood on their side. It's a 1-for-1 trade though, but the first blood does go to the Nyx Assassin. The slow is still there for the Magnus. There is Soul Assumption soon. 5 mana to go for Creo, but he's not gonna get that mana in time.
No charges anyway, even if he had mana, he wouldn't have done any damage basically.
And well, I mean, that's a 1-for-1 exchange in favor of neXtPlease.
Yes, ever so slightly.
Rotation is there again, because rotation and rotations. Keanu is going to go middle. Luna is already back on the top lane. And now I'm actually not so sure about that lane dodging from neXtPlease, because they've lost a lot with... I mean, yeah, they got first blood, but... Middle lane, Templar Assassin is sitting at level 4 up against a level 3 Magnus that doesn't have a bottle. Now he has a bottle, actually.
He has bottle, but yeah, Magnus, because he was a pseudo trilate, is now so underleveled. And Funzy is going to be able to bully him very effectively and easily. I mean, Funzy is a good player, but he doesn't even have to be a good player to bully a Magnus that's basically 2 levels behind.
True. It's a bit scary for neXtPlease, however... I guess as long as they don't fall into a trap of 0Respect to keep fighting for a while. I mean, of course, Tusk is still going to try to fight later on. I mean, if you look at this game 50 minutes in, you've got Lone Druid versus Luna, right? And I think that neXtPlease is still having a pretty decent shot if they just don't give too much away here in this early to mid game.
I agree. I think neXtPlease has a good lineup composed of good heroes. They just have to avoid it spiraling out of control with Tusk and TA and all these heroes that can just completely snowball and take over the game. I hate that I said that.
Yep, I was gonna point it out, but luckily you did. That's snowballs coming out maybe sometimes from Tusk.
Yeah.
By the way, I mean, the rotation...
Farming like crazy.
Yeah. The rotation coming out for him also favorable for him. He's now level 5 up against the level 4 Luna. And... overall, Wiz hasn't been shut down that much. I mean, yes, he got a bit slower farm, but he's still doing okay. We can compare him to the Timbersaw in a way, who's now up against his lane. Timbersaw is sitting on the same amount of last hits. And I'm thinking 0Respect is doing a really good job at keeping their game together, despite neXtPlease having a decent idea of trying to dodge lanes.
Do they really need to, though?
Lane.
Like...
Impale coming out, Rubik taking a large beating though, and he will be going down. Hugo will go down with him, another exchange. And a Soul Assumption coming out from Creo to make that exchange at least not an even one. Maybe Illusion
Ice Shards
is, gonna try to walk around from them and just gonna try to teleport out, knowing that there's no interruption and there's not enough damage coming out. No mana for another Soul Assumption. Smart TP out, but lane 1 by 0Respect.
Oh, and there goes the Magnus probably. Maybe not. Yes.
Yep.
Bye. That's the levels. I mean, what the hell are you gonna do? You're level 4. Like, I don't know. I think they probably just should not have dodged We were just talking about how they just play solid, smart Dota and not try to get too cute, and I think those lanes were way too cute. Like, it's not like they... sometimes I understand, but, like, it's not like they dodged something so, like, incontrovertibly insane, like, I don't know, Silencer versus Storm or something. Like, yeah, the matchups wouldn't have been amazing, but they also wouldn't be behind a level on every single hero.
I have to still say, like, I like their lane changes. I thought it was a smart idea. It's just 0Respect played it smarter.
Yeah, I guess so.
More smart.
But, like, the Nyx Luna versus TA didn't do anything.
True.
Like, they took one mana pool away from him as he got bottled.
Maybe a Bane would have been better.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe Venno, if they were going to do that.
And Funzy might be in some trouble here. Luckily for him, there's no level 5 or level 6 yet on Kayano, so it's just harassment in the end as Luna goes down the top lane again. Snowballing behind the tower. I mean, there was also the first points. Jiral's no level 7, and this is really, from this point onward, for neXtPlease, it's a question of holding their game together, holding their game plan, and without falling into, of course, the trap that 0Respect is setting. Fight more.
Yep. I think they're just a little lost and have been the whole game about how exactly to play against this lineup. It's taken them by more surprise than the lineup that 4FC threw against them, which they were like, yeah, we understand how to play against this. Farm BKB, stay away from Ricky, and ignore Darkseer because he doesn't do anything. Like, that was fine, solid, but they haven't had as good of a plan against the TA Tusk. And Tusk's been dominating, and TA's been doing very well.
Yeah, and even though Timbersaw was able to hold his own against the Lone Druid up until this point, right now Lone Druid has got a level, has got entangles basically, and is starting to hit them as well. Timbersaw is forced back. And will therefore get behind. He might have Jiral a bit out too far though. The Impale gets darted by the Snowball. He will still get picked up, or will he? Living Armor coming out. It's still going to be enough to take him down though. But perhaps they get a return kill. Perhaps Rubik will drop. The Leechit already came out. Soul Assumption to follow. Red Light can't get a revenge kill right there. They did of course kill Jiral. Perhaps Timbersaw can make something happen, but his chakram doesn't reach his target. Doesn't matter though. The Impale did. A large aggressive Timbersaw forward. Timber chain forward from Synergy, but doesn't get the tree anymore. Is afraid of trees after all. But yeah, neXtPlease. They kill off the Tusk, they kill off a Visage, they only lose a Rubik, that's good play. They of course had a rotation from Timbersaw for that, but that's totally worth it because, as we just pointed out, he can't really do that much bottom anymore anyway.
Right, they need to establish stability on the Luna, guarantee her some farm, move towards BKB, or actually whatever the hell he wants to make, because this is actually not... the more I look at it, this is not really a lineup that you can BKB against. I mean, you can, but they're surprisingly strong against BKB targets. Entangle, Overgrowth, Walrus Punch, and all of TA's damage are all basically BKB proof. So I wonder if this is just their like pocket super hyper anti-Luna lineup, because that's what it looks like right now.
And neXtPlease doesn't really have an alternative for the Luna. I mean, of course you're gonna hope for some big ass RPs from the Magnus, but Luna is still needed to do the damage. So if she is gonna get shut down hard, then this game is gonna have to be drawn out very long for neXtPlease in order to be able to fight against 0Respect. We do now have the mana boots for Kiano. I mean, his Blink Dagger is gonna be next, but talking about Blink Daggers puts me on the side of Templar Assassin, who actually finished hers, and where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, she stole it again, and then she bought it again, or she put it on the floor, because the courier had to make a detour for top lane. Ooh, smoke. Hugo and Creo.
Oh my god.
Smoking up for top
Look how much damage Magnus takes. He's almost dead. Actually, Funzy, he's gotta be careful about how hard he dives this.
Yeah, I guess his forced, like he forced out some TPs. I think that was very good for neXtPlease, because they just dodged death top lane. So the smoke, the smoke support won't be able to find anybody right now.
That's funny. True. Looks like it's just gonna be drums for Tusk. Oh, actually, they're gonna go for a gank on Lone Druid. Not gonna be the easiest, but Timbersaw, lots of damage.
Yeah, lots of burst damage coming out. Still some entangles coming out for the next assassin, and in comes the Tusk and the punch, and the Nyx is already dead. And the Lone Druid, oh my god, he dodged the chakram. He makes it out alive. In the meantime, in the mid lane, we did have a Templar Assassin falling over next to the tier 1 tower, but that Lone Druid living, that for 2 kills, that's insane.
Wiz is so good. What a player.
I have to
Player's
Tusk
a
did
Swiss
buy
guy.
the space for him though. I mean, him teleporting in did save his
Oh
life.
yeah. Dural played great, and
Yeah.
that's like a team that really just knows each other and knows like to help out and like has good trust that they're gonna TP in and help. And so yeah, no, he definitely got saved, but also the Chakram dodge was very adept. Good play from 0Respect. Honestly, just outplaying next. The Luna forced home again on 25 HP, and Red Light still can't find his footing.
Ooh, Kiyano, skewer away. Funzy is not gonna dive that one this time. But that just shows how much space this Templar assassin can create for herself by purely having a blink dagger. Just forcing Magnus out of the lane. By just
Space self-created.
Yes. Space created, like, how often do we say, like, space created for X carry there? But if you can do it yourself, like, that's awesome.
I'm trying not to say it at all. 'Cause
I know it's been said so much, but it's so true sometimes. It's like...
It is.
What other ways are there to say it? Like, he made sure that Luna can farm a lot right now because there's nobody
come
around.
on, you're a caster. You can come up with 50 ways to say the same thing. That's your job.
Yeah, but space created is like a meme right now, and I can say that. Like,
It is. It's trending.
People like that, you know?
Its stock is high.
It's like hashtag space created or something.
Hashtag space created.
Or with the little give diorite kind of thingy, it's like space created.
The little dude.
He's a
holding
little
out
dude.
his arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, create space, and then with the little
Okay.
dude.
Right. Space in all caps, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it has to be capital letters. That's the only way to do that thing.
Oh yeah, naturally.
Funsies
Red Light's
and
still
hun-
trying to find purchase somewhere on this map. Now the attempt is at bottom. Makes sense. I mean, all they've seen down here is the Lone Druid. Luna's starting to struggle a little bit on levels 2 behind the sort of cutting edge, which is these level 10 and now 11 on the Lone Druid, who is actually getting pretty close to Radiance. So I think they feel sort of a little bit of gripping pressure to generate some more opportunities with this Nyx Assassin. He's been part of 4 of their 5 kills, but they need more than 5 kills.
Yeah, and they also need Luna to get some farm, which, I mean, she's going for a Helm of the Dominator first rather than a BKB. I mean, I think that's very smart. Some extra armor.
I don't think BKB is actually that great here. Wiz is getting targeted, but the living armor on the bear already, it's just going to get turned right around.
Yeah, looking for an entangle. If that entangle hits, that's one dead Nyx Assassin. Nice impale. Teleport out if there's a first hit entangle. Woohoo! He lives.
Nice timings on the TP from Illusionist.
Very.
Like, I don't know, like, they're definitely behind substantially, but neXtPlease is really impressing me in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, Wiz might still actually go down. The Soul Subject comes out from the Rubik. A horrible spell to steal, by the way. And then RP up on 2. They get Funzy as well. They will go for Wiz, who will get dropped finally. The bear, or the Magnus rather, is in some trouble as well. Eclipse come out to make sure that nobody else is going to chase that Magnus, or Red Light for that matter.
I guess so.
As the Timbersaw still having a one-on-one fight. Visage coming in, gets still Rubik with 1 Soul Assumption, showing who's boss. Timbersaw still looking for an escape, but it's gonna be hard pressure to find one. Indeed, there it is. That's gonna be 2 for 1. They finally get the Lone Druid.
Yes.
They used all their heroes for that, first of all.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, Nyx Assassin at that point wasn't really there anymore, of course, but the rest was. And at the same time, we can't really say space created because Luna was there as well, trying to help out with the kill. Nobody was farming.
Yeah.
They lost a tier 1 top.
I mean, it's nice to kill the Lone Druid. He's now without a bear for another full minute.
Did you see that play from Illusionist?
What? No.
He saw a Templar assassin behind him, and they were running for the rune. So what Illusionist does is he impales on the rune before the blink actually hit, and so Funzy blinks on the impale.
That's awesome.
He still got
Magnus
the rune
is
though,
gonna
but
skewer Tyrell into the
nice
tower.
telekinesis still, but the punch comes out. Magnus is still dead. And Synergy has to run again, getting slowed as he goes. The tier 1 tower will get picked up. There's no way that neXtPlease can really fight this at this point.
No, there really isn't. Unfortunately, the levels just don't favor them right now, and the fact is that one team is just completely dictating the pace of the game. And do they have a mechanism? Okay, they don't quite have one just yet, but the better levels and the ability of their heroes to do more with less farm compared to the Luna and the Timbersaw is paying dividends right now. It's just they're winning every fight.
Yeah.
Doubly so as soon as that Radiance comes out. He's finally got a new bear now, so he'll be able to farm that quickly.
Yeah, and he can still farm very safely on this bottom lane. His tier 1 tower is still standing. Very strong, actually, as well. I mean, look at those health bars on the towers. They're like, no tower has dropped on the side of 0Respect while there's already been 2 towers down on neXtPlease, and I don't even feel like 0Respect really tried hard to actually push. They've just been using the space that neXtPlease gave them. I'm using space way too much this game.
That neXtPlease created for them?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Oh, we're gonna see a smoke up,
this
though.
counter ganking. This is so smart. They have the Tusk down here already, knowing that there's going to be coming a major gank, and indeed there is a major. Like everybody
is smoked. neXtPlease are here. They want to try and
But
do
here
this.
we go.
They have an RP. They have no
counter.
clips though. In comes a
Punch
Shadow
is
Blade
gonna
from the Tusk. Punch number 1 takes down the Rubik. Can they get another one? No, not a punch needed. The Soul Subs will take care of the Luna. This is going to be the rest of neXtPlease just trying to run, but the double kill comes out for Creo. Soul Assumptions, MVP, Illusionist. He's just going to try to hide, but, you know, no can do. Goes down as well. 4 dead for 0, and it doesn't even look like 0Respect really fought, apart from that their spells might be on cooldown, their mana bars might be a bit lower, but...
No, they don't care. They didn't use...
care at all.
They basically didn't use anything. They just... A lot of mana from Visage, and that's about it. And Overgrowth, which is short CD. No, I mean, that was excellent. The fact is, like, 0Respect are really showing that they're not one-trick ponies. They can play without Mirana. And this Tusk strat is working great. He's 4-1 and 5. He's got full Shadow Blade, which he used to set up on the... to one-shot. He one-shot the Rubik with that
He did, for sure. I mean, 1 punch was enough. And on top of that, I mean, oh, he's going in again. Rubik target again. This time not a one-shot, but he still goes down. Timbersaw still gets the Tusk. And now an RP. Up on 3. Can they take them down? Is there enough damage? It doesn't look like it, though. Yugo will still get picked up. Timbersaw with a double kill. Looking for Creo, but Funzy jumps in, almost takes down the Timbersaw, but it's a triple kill for him now. I have 4 dead on 0Respect. Talk about overextension.
Yeah, a major overextension, and that's actually one of the problems with Tusk is that he's one of those heroes who sometimes you just, you know, he commits to initiation harder than almost any hero because he doesn't have any D-initiation, right? Like, if Magnus blinks in and it doesn't work, he can still skewer. Yeah. If Batrider blinks in, he can still Force Staff out. If Tusk snowballs in, it's go time, whether you like it or not.
Better follow him. I wanted to point out first, because I guess that kind of rules out what I wanted to say, but this Tusk, we've seen Tusks before, of course, sometimes also on support roles, and all the games that I've seen with Tusk have been like hyper-aggressive Tusk.
Sure.
From minute 1, just by snowballs and ice shards, but this Tusk actually was top lane farming for quite a long time, and this seems like a very solid Tusk. Just not specifically overextending, as we have Funzy going for Red Light, misses the melt hit actually, but Red Light just lives, he's fine.
This is how Loda plays the hero as well, I believe.
Yeah,
Tusk.
True. Seems a bit more, well, I want to say very stupid thing, but... Oh, Funzy. He's got no refraction left. He will get picked up by a zap from Razvi.
Nice kill. These are important kills landing on this TA. He was really getting very strong, and now they've instantaneously killed him twice. Slowed down his farm. He already has a crit stick, but not Daedalus, just the Crystallis. While, of course, the problem is that there's many sources of pressure coming out, and Lone Druid with the full Radiance and level 13, he just tears through towers. That's what the hero is built to do.
Yeah. There's, after this, there's only one other tower left on the side of neXtPlease, and it looks like we're gonna see 0Respect try to force out some teleports from them. I mean, they might still lose their tier 1, but perhaps they can get some damage on the tier 3
Well, yeah, they hardly care. That's the least important tower in the game, is Radiant tier 1 top.
Yep. And, I mean, they get a tier 1 middle,
and
tier 3
the trade.
Middle.
This is a bad trade.
This is a very bad trade, and it looks like they're even gonna get this tower. In comes the Skewer, get themselves the Tusk, but he can just snowball a bit further back to where they came from, and with the tower dead, he can just Shadow Blade out. No detection.
Yep.
Wow, that was a very bad trade for
resummoned the bear, so if they can kill bear, that would be a huge deal.
Well,
nice
bear
entangle,
already gets an entangle,
skill.
and oh, look at that damage. It comes the Eclipse, but that's Luna dead. Punches, Soul Assumptions, nice RP though, but without Luna, there's no damage. Overgrowth coming out as well. Magnus dropped, another kill for Visage. The Soul Assumptions just keep coming as Synergy has to go up high ground to make sure he doesn't die. The rest of his team is already forced back into the base. Rubik still went down as well. This is an open game for 0Respect. They can just continue on racks. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is turning out to be GG.
So Tusk is actually pretty amazing against Luna, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm thinking about this, seeing this, like, the ice shards completely mess up Luna's entire shtick, because she's short range, so she has to get closer to do anything to you. And then you just instantly ice shards, and then she has to ponderously navigate around them, during which time you can do other stuff to her. And even if she rushes BKB, Walrus Punch will still be very effective. Yeah, no, this is cool. I like this.
I kind of feel like it's 0Respect, you know, giving neXtPlease a bit of respect. Haha, fun. Just to give them some space. Because I kind of feel like they could have taken another tier 3 out of there, and perhaps even more if neXtKZ made a mistake, or neXtPlease made a mistake. Right now, though, we've got them going for a smoke because they don't want to give up Roshan. Let's see what happens. Illusionist already gets punched, is already gone. Yugo still stunning a chakram, so they get something in return. There's no Eclipse this time, but perhaps they can get a bear? They get the bear, but they lose Luna. They get the Lone Druid as well. Kayano is forced out. No RP for him for another 24 seconds, and he'll get picked up. Triple kill for Jarrell's Tusk. As we see Timbersaw trying to flee, but the snowball comes in. It's an ultra kill for him. No rampage though, because Rubik ran for his life, and his living armor that he stole not really able to help out. But
where's the Walrus Punch on Rush? I'm so sad.
Well, I mean, I think there were enough Walrus Punches used. neXtPlease Gaming, they just went in. That was like, if they won that fight, the game would be totally back for them. If they did not win that fight, I would almost say GG. But what's Funzy doing there, by the way? What's he sitting there in the trees for?
He thinks, I don't know, he thinks he's gonna get Nyx Luna ganked or something.
Very misblinked.
Or, no, he actually, yeah, you're right, he just blinked into the trees, lol. Here I am, trying to give the benefit of the doubt. No.
Nice try to justify his misblink, though. I like it.
Alright, it's Desolator for Tusk, so this is what they need to keep going high ground constantly, because now he'll do great damage to towers in addition to one-shotting most of the cast for neXtKZ. I mean, sorry, for neXtPlease. I mean, 0Respect has just played this exactly correctly. They've used the Tusk and TA to counter the Luna and take her out of fights early. Red Light, who was 5-0-11 last game, so he's certainly no slouch at this hero, is 2-5-9 this game. So just that incredible reversal of fortune on the same hero for the same player is an indication that he's been just countered far more effectively. And this burst damage plus Visage combo, it's almost like you still have to go BKB, even as ineffectual as it is against 4 heroes, because the 5th hero is so incredibly strong just by himself that just to avoid those soul assumptions and you don't die. Funzy, meanwhile, gonna accidentally dodge the skewer, and that's good enough to stay alive.
Nice. I have to say, I mean, Krio's Visage, I mean, he sits at the back of the fight, presses W once in a while.
Yeah, it's nothing too complicated.
Yeah, and he's got the most kills out of everybody in this game. It's like
9 and 2.
It's a perfect game for Visage. You just stand there. Nobody buys BKBs because, as you already mentioned, I mean, there's so much that they can do against them. So he can just stand there, hit W, and he doesn't have a care in the world. Okay, his birds are a care in the world. I guess he now has 3 of them because his Aghanims is done.
Yeah, this is a rare example. That's a great point, Shiver, of a draft that's actually really built around making the Visage maximally effective, whereas usually with Visage, people are just like, hey, he's the best support, let's just draft Visage. And then they just do whatever with the rest of their picks. Every single pick here helps Visage in some way, including the Lone Druid, because Radiance stacks up Soul Assumptions very quickly as well. So it's really no surprise that Visage is doing well. It would be shocking to see him not dominate.
Illusionist! You're scouted out. They have a gem, dude. But auto attack coming out from Visage kind of gave that away. In the meantime, oh my god, Funzy, he just crit Rubik. One shot, no problem.
That was a one shot.
In comes
and
the
Red Light is going to get 2
and
shot.
indeed 2-shotted. In comes the Skewer. There is still an RP, but again, there's no damage. And there's an Overgrowth before anything else. And he just gets burned, so they get something out of this. In comes the Eclipse. Red Light bought back. But he is gonna be only he's gonna be dead again. Never mind that. There's only a Timbersaw left alive. Brilliant play coming out from 0Respect, and it is enough for them to get this game on their side.
What a fantastic draft, and it really took time
you got a shout out. Look
realize.
At that.
I got a shout out. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, Wiz is a great player. I think he probably for the Clockwork game where I said that he was carrying them, but no, this was like all around great play from 0Respect. Kind of a secretly brilliant draft. It countered Luna effectively. And it just put, right from when, like, 10-ish minutes, when they all got their levels, how the hell do you survive? Like, the burst damage is psychopathic from this team. Like, they can kill anybody in half a second. It's pretty crazy.
It is. It was a very strong play. And now 0Respect, they are the team to continue on in the loser bracket. There is actually only one loser bracket game left. And that loser bracket game is going to be between the loser of the winners bracket finals and Zero Respect. Now, the winners bracket finals will happen tomorrow. It will be Power Rangers taking on Relax, You're Doing Fine. Starts at 1800, if I am correct.
Did Roxkiss get eliminated?
Yes.
By whom?
Zero Respect.
Really?
Really?
Huh, I need to watch that game.
It
Wow.
it was a good game. Zero Respect, like respect.
I missed that game.
Sorry,
yeah.
more pun.
That's really cool. No, they're doing amazing.
They are.
But honestly, neXtPlease, this is the last game of the tournament, but they placed what? This is fourth?
Yes, because there's now
Fourth
3
is
teams.
very respectable.
It is. I have to say, like, I think for both of us, it was the new team on the block.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a team to watch out for because it was so solid play, aggressive play, but not aggressive play with the YOLO aggression. It's
Sure.
calculated aggression, which is the
Yeah, it
scary
is.
thing.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I really think that they're legit. I mean, with any team in this section of the world, you have to see whether they stay together, whether everything stays okay for them. But so far, promising.
Very
And
promising.
Zero Respect, I mean, yeah, they've really pulled it together, done very well.
Yeah, also a team that we see more and more in more tournaments as well, as they also played in the Dream League qualifiers, I believe. I don't know if they made it out of them, but it's it's also a team to just keep your eyes out for, and we are going to see them soon again in the loser bracket finals. But first, tomorrow, 1800, make sure you tune in again for, of course, more Yard Wide Festival. It will be a best of 3 between Relax, You're Doing Fine, and Power Rangers. I have also high hopes for that best of 3. I'm excited.
Definitely.
I
Yeah,
mean,
me too.
regardless of us, you know, we're no longer hipsters for liking Power Rangers, doesn't mean that we stopped liking them, right? And
No.
to be
no,
honest,
no, no.
Relax had some amazing games this season as well. This tournament, I should say.
Yeah, Relax has been doing quite well as of late.
And he
They
has-
did well in some other tournament as well, not just this one, but I can't remember what.
They have a lot of Russian fans. A lot of Russian people watch my stream. Then this is true.
Well, yeah, it's the team with Dread on it.
Yes. Oh, it's yeah. He's the Sing Sing of Russia, of CIS.
He basically is, yeah.
Yeah. Wish I could speak Russian just to understand how funny he is, because apparently he's very funny.
I don't
I'm
really watch the
asking
stream
you?
that much.
Okay.
No, sorry, I don't. I'm not a Dreadhead.
Okay. Is that actually a thing?
No, I don't think so.
Well, any last words or stuff before we tune out?
No, I mean, thanks for having me on. Thanks to the Yardway Festival people. Quite a fun little tournament we've had here. Really legit.
Yeah, really good games, I have to say. Like,
And I guess there's like an amateur division as well, the Little Yard Festival.
yeah, I saw a ticket coming out for that, but I
don't know what it is, but I bought the ticket for it. So
Good for you.
I'll report back once I know.
Yeah, let us know. I know that there was a Yard Orange Festival as well, which was also amateur.
Yes. Yeah. That was earlier last year. I believe.
Yes. But I don't know the Yard White one. As in, this is the Yard White one. I don't know the Yard Little one. Like, what happened to the colors?
Not color affiliated, just little yard.
Yeah. Maybe it was like they were called racist for being white. I don't know.
Wow.
That's someone said that in the chat.
For real right now?
Someone said it in the chat, like, Yard White Festival is like, oh my god, Yard White. Why white? Why not black?
Yeah, and
You
Yard
know?
Orange Festival. That was the most racist one of all.
Yeah, it just, I mean...
In favor of people who have
apparently
orange-colored
saying
skin. Like John Boehner.
Yeah. Apparently saying a color makes you racist right now. If you don't
Yeah.
say any other colors with it, you know?
Oh, if you say so. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised the Roxkiss was eliminated. They were definitely one of the favorites.
Yep.
But they can rest easy because today they won $6,000 in the Борьба четырех, or the Битва четырех, whatever it was called, the Battle of Four.
The Battle of Four. Thank you.
Yeah.
For
That had a pretty decent prize pool considering all they had to do was play VP and like a semi-pro team.
Yeah, for one day.
6,000 is a decent for a day's work.
And it was one day.
Yeah,
So-
1 day tournament.
That's pretty legit,
yeah.
actually. That's very...
Yeah, it really is. I mean, beating VP is no mean feat, but still.
True. Well, thank you for watching, people. I actually might be keeping the stream on if I'm going to play some matchmaking, but it depends on the draft of Alliance versus Liquid, which is going on right now for the XMG Captain's Draft.
Let me know, I might play some matchmaking.
Okay. And I'm going to play some commercials, of course, so if you want to stick around for those, regardless, that would be awesome. But otherwise, just have a great evening and go watch yourself some Dota elsewhere, or go sleep, or go to do useful social stuff. Some people do that too. I did useful social stuff today. I'm so happy about that. Somehow I did get a headache during that all, but doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and sorry if you heard me drinking water during the tournament. It was water, but that was to try and fix the
So
headache.
offensive.
well, I figured, maybe I'm having a headache because I didn't drink enough water today.
That's probably why. That happens often.
Yeah, so...
Hydration is extremely important.
Indeed it is. And I drink coffee twice today, so... And
That
coffee,
is not...
like, dehydrates you, right?
That's the wrong direction, yeah.
Yeah, so I figured might as well just drink water. So,
these drafts aren't that interesting. These are pretty standard drafts.
which drafts are we having?
And the captain's draft, these
Yeah,
are
but,
really
like,
standard lineups.
But it's didn't tell me heroes.
Oh, Naga, Bane, Void, Mirana, Bounty Hunter, support Mirana, versus Tiny Timber, Rubik, Disruptor, Sankey.
Yeah, it's not very captain's drafty after all.
Yeah, last game was much better with Sniper and Abaddon and other Night Stalker.
I didn't see it, but
Wait, they lost? They were winning. Huh, interesting.
you have to see the end of the game still. But
Yeah, I only watched part of it because I was casting and I obviously paid 100% attention to the cast.
I can tell. I can really tell. I didn't even know the draft, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna play some commercials. I'll be back because apparently the drafts are not so interesting. And yeah, I'll be back. Music, maestro.